Hey there, project managers and engineers. Ever had one of those days where everything seems to be going wrong? You know, the kind where you feel like you're juggling a dozen balls and someone keeps throwing in more? Ever feel like you're stuck in a game of whack-a-mole? Just when you think you've got one problem under control, another one pops up demanding your immediate attention. It's like you're constantly putting out fires, and there's no end in sight. One problem pops up, you fix it, then bam! Another one rears its ugly head. It's a never-ending cycle of chaos and stress. And let's be honest, it can be downright exhausting. It's enough to make you want to chuck your hard hat out the window. But before you do that, take a deep breath. You're not alone in this. Every project manager has been there at some point. Imagine this. You're in charge of a major pipeline project. Everything's on schedule, budget's looking good, and then disaster strikes. It's the kind of scenario that keeps you up at night. A section of the pipeline bursts, causing delays, costing a fortune, and putting a serious dent in your reputation. What do? Throw in the towel? No, you roll up your sleeves and get to work. Sure, you could slap a patch on the leak and call it a day, but that's just treating the symptom. It's a temporary fix that doesn't address the underlying issue. What you really need is a long-term solution. Something that will prevent this kind of disaster from happening again. This is where root cause analysis, RCA, comes into play. It's a systematic process for identifying the underlying causes of issues and finding permanent solutions. RCA helps you dig deep, uncovering the real reasons behind the issues you're facing. Think of it like this. You wouldn't just paint over a crack in your foundation, would you? No way. You'd call in a structural engineer to figure out what's causing the crack and fix it properly. The same principle applies to project management. By addressing the root cause, you ensure that the problem doesn't resurface later on, saving you time, money, and a lot of headaches. RCA is like that structural engineer for your projects. It helps you identify the real issues and implement solutions that work. So next time you're faced with a project nightmare, remember, don't just treat the symptoms. Get to the root cause and fix it for good. By using RCA and corrective action, you can turn your project challenges into success stories. You'll not only solve the immediate problems but also prevent future ones, ensuring your projects run smoothly and efficiently. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, remember that there are tools and the knowledge to tackle any challenge. With RCA and corrective action, you can transform chaos into order and lead your team to success. So, what tools are available to help with root cause analysis? Root cause analysis is like detective work. You're Sherlock Holmes, hot on the trail of the culprit that caused your project to go haywire. But instead of a magnifying glass and deerstalker hat, you've got a toolbox of techniques to help you get to the bottom of things. The goal of RCA is to dig beneath the surface and uncover the underlying cause of a problem. It's not about placing blame, it's about understanding why something happened so you can prevent it from happening again. Let's say you have built an office building. You notice the roof is leaking. The leak is the symptom, but what's the root cause? Is it faulty flashing, improper installation, a design flaw? RCA helps you answer these questions. One of the simplest and most effective RCA techniques is the 5 Whys method. This method is widely used across various industries due to its straightforward approach and powerful results. It helps teams and individuals alike to drill down into the core of a problem, ensuring that the true cause is identified and addressed. It's exactly what it sounds like. You keep asking why until you get to the root cause. This iterative questioning technique is not only simple but also incredibly effective in uncovering layers of issues that might not be immediately apparent. Let's go back to our leaky roof example. Imagine you notice water stains on your ceiling after a heavy rainstorm. This is a clear indication that something is wrong, but what exactly?
Why is the roof leaking? This is the first question we need to ask to start our investigation.
Because there's a hole in the metal decking on the roof. This answer gives us a surface-level understanding of the problem, but we need to dig deeper.
Why is there a hole in the metal decking? This second question pushes us to look beyond the obvious.
Because a tree branch fell on it during a storm. Now we are starting to see a chain of events that led to the initial problem.
Why did the tree branch fall on the roof? This third question helps us understand the environmental factors at play.
Because the tree was too close to the office. This answer reveals a planning or design flaw that contributed to the problem.
Why was the tree planted so close to the office? This fourth question takes us back to the initial decision-making process.
Because the landscaping plan didn't account for the tree's mature size. This answer highlights a gap in the planning phase, which is crucial for preventing future issues.
Why didn't the landscaping plan account for the tree's mature size? This fifth and final question aims to uncover the root cause of the oversight.
Because the landscaper didn't have access to the correct tree species information. This root cause points to a lack of information or resources that could have been easily addressed.
See how we kept digging deeper? Each question led us to a more fundamental issue, allowing us to understand the problem in its entirety. By asking why, 5 times we uncovered the root cause inaccurate tree species information. This method ensures that we don't just treat the symptoms but address the underlying issues. Now we can take corrective action to prevent similar problems in the future. By understanding the root cause, we can implement measures to ensure that such issues do not recur, leading to more effective and sustainable solutions. Sometimes problems are more complex than a leaky roof. They can be intricate, multifaceted, and require a deep dive into various potential causes and effects. In such scenarios, traditional problem-solving methods might fall short. That's where visual tools like fishbone diagrams, also known as Ishikawa diagrams, and fault tree analysis, FTA, come in handy. These tools are invaluable in breaking down complex issues into manageable parts, making it easier to understand and address the root causes. A fishbone diagram helps you brainstorm potential causes of a problem by categorizing them into different categories like people, process, equipment, materials, and environment. This structured approach ensures that no potential cause is overlooked, providing a comprehensive view of the problem. You start with the problem, the head of the fish, and then brainstorm potential causes, adding them as bones to the diagram. Each bone represents a category, and sub-bones represent specific factors within those categories. This method not only helps in identifying the causes but also in understanding the interrelationships between different factors. Fault tree analysis, on the other hand, works backward from an undesirable event, like a pipeline rupture, to identify all the potential causes and their logical relationships. This reverse engineering approach is particularly useful in safety and reliability engineering, where understanding the chain of events leading to a failure is crucial. It uses symbols and logic gates to create a visual representation of the different ways a failure can occur. By mapping out these pathways, engineers can pinpoint weak spots in a system and take preventive measures to mitigate risks. Both fishbone diagrams and fault trees help you visualize complex problems, identify potential causes, and prioritize areas for investigation. They transform abstract issues into concrete visual representations, making it easier for teams to collaborate and develop effective solutions. Whether you're dealing with a manufacturing defect, a project management challenge, or an engineering failure, these tools provide a clear roadmap to navigate through the complexities and find actionable insights. GateKey Engineering has used these techniques to solve problems for Fortune 100 companies, and we can do the same for you. See you in the next video.